Welcome back to Headz Up SA, where we unpack the latest political and social stories shaping South Africa. Today we are diving into the controversy shaking in the Department of Higher Education, and trust me, it's a big one. Parliament's Portfolio Committee on Higher Education is not impressed with the new Minister of Higher Education, Manamela. Allegations are flying that he pulled a move almost identical to what got his predecessor, Nobuhle Nkabane, fired, appointing corruption-implicated individuals to the SETA boards. Clement Manyathela sat down with the chairperson of the committee, Tebogo Letsie, who revealed shocking details. According to Letsie, the minister was asked to explain his decisions to Parliament, but instead, he tried to blue-tick the committee.
We have written to him on the 19th of August 2025 to explain the whole reasons that would have pushed him to take this decision and the process that would have followed. He did respond to us on the 20th, on the 23rd, but the letter was dated the 22nd. Which did not respond to our questions. So I wrote to him again yesterday, indicating, because on the letter that he wrote to us, he said he's subjecting this process to a PSC process, but I wrote to him and indicated that he has a responsibility to account to Parliament.
But Letsie wasn't backing down. He reminded Manamela of his constitutional duty to account to Parliament and gave him a deadline, 27 August. The ball is now in the minister's court.
We don't undermine PSC as a Chapter 10 institution, but we are Parliament given the powers by the Constitution, Section 55 and 92, subsection 2. So expect him to respond. He has not yet responded. His deadline is tomorrow.
So to be clear, you asked him to explain what process he followed in placing these seats under administration. And his response was that the Public Service Commission is now in control of the situation, trying to investigate. He didn't necessarily respond to and to explain how he went about this decision.
Yeah, not only the process and the reasons, but we also, when we wrote again to him and we said to him, because there are issues that have been raised about the administrators themselves, he must also tell us if there was any work done on looking at the quality of the people that he was bringing there and whether they had any other issues. So we're waiting for him to respond to those things tomorrow. But to answer your question, true, we asked him about the process and he referred us to that he has referred the matter to the PSC.
Okay, so
according to Letsie, the Higher Education Department is in serious disarray. Processes are supposedly in place, but people are simply not doing their jobs. Even the Director General hasn't provided a report on how SETA board members were appointed.
Is that if there's allegations of anything, let's say maladministration, governance collapse, financial mismanagement, the skills development indicate that he has to undergo some investigative process. And then once it comes out and says there's 1, 2, 3, 4, he must write to the SETAs and say, look, with the forensic has found 1, 2, 3, 4, can you please explain? And if he's not happy with their responses, then he can institute Section 15, subsection 1, where he puts the SETA and administration working with the Director General. So he instructs the Director General to put the SETAs under administration. So that is what these SETAs are saying that did not happen.
Yeah, the SETA CEOs are saying that when they went to the DG and asked, what are the reasons really for placing our SETAs under administration, the DG said, well, it's the minister's decision. He didn't seem to have any answers.
Which is because the DG should know. I mean, the DG signed the gazettes. You saw the gazettes that were, so it would suggest that the DG would have signed the gazettes from the instruction of the minister when he himself did not prepare the report to the minister. It's a very strange answer, but like I said, the minister will must respond to us by tomorrow, the 20th of The 27th, is it the 27th?
Yeah. What is happening?
In a twist of irony, Minister Buti Manamela has now called for a commission of inquiry to vet the very board members he already appointed. As Letsie said, this is playing with the lives of South Africans.
Indeed, in fact, when that SETA was put under administration in 2019, in December of 2019, I think around the 22nd of December 2019, Mr. Wasa was put as an administrator there for about 2 years. When he was there, he did investigations. There's a report called the Duja report. So in May this year, we called the department with the construction SETA, because we paid about 18 million. The department paid about 18 million for that investigation, which was comprehensive. And we were shocked to learn that the department has not made that Duja report public, and therefore the current or the board that just left could not implement any of the recommendations of this Duja report, because it was not a public document. It must be, the department must publicize it. They did not do it.
Wait, they spent 18 million rand investigating, and the recommendations from that investigation were not implemented?
Yes, and that's what we had a problem with the department. And immediately when we finished with them, they said they are going to publicize it. Before I came here, I went to the department websites to check if indeed they've done so. That Duja report raises a lot of questions about maladministration, people who, were given discretionary grants to their friends who do not qualify, but they can't be prosecuted. We can't do anything to them because the SETA can't implement consequence management on those people. And who's at fault? It's the department itself. So the department, which today are saying they are not aware of what would have happened, what are the reasons, are themselves to blame for wasteful expenditure of this amount.
Okay. Now,
in a twist of irony, Minister Buti Manamela has now called for a commission of inquiry to vet the very board members he already appointed. As Letsie said, this is playing with the lives of South Africans.
Yeah, from what you are saying, it does not make sense. And that is why we have applied to government for a special day so that we can have a conversation as the portfolio committee with the minister, because from what you are saying is that they are admitting that they've appointed people without due process, which would have been strange, because that again would have been the job of the leaders, the leaders from the department, legal team, director general and his team. And that if that would not have happened, again, it will mean that it's a misconduct. It's people in the department playing with the lives of our people. These SETAs should play a critical role in skilling, upskilling and reskilling our unemployed and employed people in South Africa, so that they are able to contribute meaningfully to the mainstream economy. And if they continue to do these things, honestly speaking, we must have a serious conversation with the leadership at the department. Secondly, we have asked that the department must give us the problem statements of this skills development. At one of the proposals we are going to put there is that so the department must have what you call a panel of seasoned, qualified practitioners, business rescue practitioners who, when you want to put the SETA under administration, you look at those people. But it must be seasoned business rescue practitioners, because if you're just going to put somebody because they've got this qualification or that qualification, you are going to open up the system for corrupt activities, where Tebogo, as a minister, can just go and look at Clement as a friend who just happened to have qualifications, but not necessarily the qualifications that would work best for this particular problem that we have. But because they've got qualifications, you just put qualifications that fit the criteria of your particular person. So when we change the skills development, like these are some of the issues that personally I'm going to put there as a proposal, so that we are stabilized. When we mean we want to stabilize this thing, we must be practical. It must be something that even when you look at it, it will be a code that will be very difficult to crack.
If he continues, the Portfolio Committee says it will have to take drastic action against the department. The higher education sector is too important to be run like a playground for political experiments. So, what do you think? Should Parliament crack down harder on Manamela for appointing corruption-implicated officials? And do you believe we will ever see the 18 million rand report? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let's talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. This is Heads Up SA, keeping you informed, keeping you sharp.